you can go to the store and pick her something out. He's like, I ain't been to a store in 10 years. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, well, what's the last thing you bought from Miss K? And he's like, I don't think I've ever bought her a gift. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like thinking to myself, that's why he needs a daughter in his life, the one that's supposed to remind him to like get gifts and nice things, right? So I started talking to him. I'm like, how special would that be then if you were to surprise her with something for her birthday, for Christmas? He's thinking about it. He's like, yeah, I'll get old Dan to go up there and get her something. Oh, no. I'm not letting you off that easy. Like, what if you went to the store and picked something out? And he was like, I'm like, how about this? How about I arrange it to where you can go to a store and pick her something out, but we can do it like after they close, maybe a piece of jewelry. Well, she likes that, she loves the Saints, and I'm like, are you saying you want her to have like a fleur-de-lis? Yeah, the Saints, that one about the Saints. That's good. She likes the Saints. I'm like, okay. So we arranged it, and he actually went into that jewelry store, and we had it kind of arranged for him. So he knew, like, here you go, check these out. So he picked her out a fleur-de-lis necklace. And he wasn't quite sure what to do with the gift bag. And I'm like, the present's in there. So they had prepared a surprise birthday party for Miss Kate, and we had everybody there. All the kids were there and grandkids. So on the way there, I was like, isn't this amazing? Like the kind of man that you've become and the legacy that you're going to leave, and all your family's going to see you do this. And he just thought for a moment, and he said, one day I'll be gone, but I don't want them to think that I was a jerk. And I was like, that is so special, because he certainly was no jerk, at least the way that Jep and I knew him and everyone could see at the end of his life. So he went in there and brought that gift in, and Miss Kay had no idea. And she had told me, oh, he doesn't come to birthday parties. And he walked in, and she just started crying. She was so proud of that, and I was proud of him. So I will never forget. That's one of my favorite stories with him. But he was caring, and he cared about me. And the first time I met him, he went and took me inside Al and Lisa's house, or Jay and Ennis, whoever's house it is. And they share houses. I don't know. So we went in, and he went and took me into the living room and sat down with me and talked to me for like 30 minutes or so, just asking me about my life, just wondering what kind of person I was and how I grew up. And later on, Lisa told me, she said, I have been in this family for 30-something years, and he has never sat down with me for 30 minutes and held a conversation. And we had many, many more 30 minutes or more long conversations, and we hung out, and he was cool. And he would pick me up in his truck to go hunt, and he had classic rock playing. And he would pick me up to go to church, and he had classic rock playing. And I kind of was like, hey, I've got some worship music on my playlist. And he'd reach over and turn the radio up a little louder with his classic music. I got the point then. I got the point. But he was cool. And I think everybody would agree that he was a man's man. But I think more importantly, he was a godly man. And I could hear him saying, what are you talking about? He was a godly man who knew how to love his family and knew how to care for us.
Welcome you guys back on here. If you're new, consider subscribing, liking, and also share this video. So last week, Phil Robertson's family, organized and arranged a very private and small celebration of life service. And this celebration of life service, you can call it a funeral, was arranged with close friends to say, acquaintances, family. They came together to commemorate and also pay tribute to the legendary Phil Robertson, who passed away just a couple of days ago. So Phil Robertson, the Dark Commander, passed on just a couple of days ago, and the family had together, to commemorate him, and it was really a very colorful ceremony that was full of emotions. It was private and small, but full of emotions. We saw so many family members coming out, to speak about Phil. We saw the wife man when I was watching the video about, seeing Kay, the wife, almost breaking down to tears. Was really emotional. You could feel the kind of love she had towards the husband, Phil Robertson. And we know Phil inspired so many folks. So the family wanted to share his service, so you could also see. They said they hope you enjoy the celebration of their dad, their uncle, their brother, their Papaw Phil, a friend, and of course the Dark Commander's life on earth. Therefore, since they are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer, the perfecter of faith. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down on the right hand of the throne of God. That was Hebrew 12:1-2. The verse they shared as a family. So I want you to enjoy and watch these videos, because Phil was a man greater than life, a man who inspired so many people, a man who enriched souls of so many people. He actually baptized and even made so many people to turn back to God, and his legacy and impact will live on forever. This moment in time, we are praying for him, praying for his family, and we want to honor him. And all we can say in this moment in time is continue resting in power, the King, that is Phil Robertson.